The corner, the corner, the corner. Hey, welcome. Come on into Cousin Ed's Corner. This podcast is where you will find real, authentic conversation, organic conversation, like you're at home with your cousin. It's about life, it's about finance, it's about spirituality, it's about love, and everything in between. I'm your host, Cousin Ed. I'm excited to bring you along on this journey to explore life. Listen, let's sit back and enjoy a wide range of topics. I have some diverse guests coming on, a wide range of spectrum of thoughts. My goal is to create a space for all of us to connect, all of us to learn each other, and all of us to communicate. It's really not about me. It's about the community as a whole. Let's enjoy this. Let's sit back. Let's think about our past. Let's move into our future. It's about the corner, the corner, the corner. So no matter how you cut it or slice it, we're all here together. I'm just here to give you a piece of my heart, my mind, my soul, and my mentals. So sit back, relax, and enjoy another episode of Cousin Ed's Corner. The corner, the corner, the corner. What's going on, fam? What's going on? It's your boy, Cousin Ed. Cousin Ed's Corner back at you again. I want to say the intro so bad. I love the intro so much. I want to say it, but it is my mantra. So guess what? I'm gonna break code. I'm gonna say it this week. This is my mantra, right? No matter how you cut it or slice it, we all here together. I'm just here to give you a piece of my heart, my soul, my mind, and my mentals. Yeah. I had to say it. I cut it out sometimes because I say it by habit, but I'm truly here to give you part of me. So I appreciate each and every one of y'all for listening to the show, for sharing the show, for commenting, sending your well wishes. We do have a new sponsor. I'll be announcing that on an upcoming episode. So for sponsorship, I did add a sponsorship link to the website if you want to sponsor the show. But it's motivational money. Let me get back to the topic at hand. It's called core values. Core values. I wanted to make it around family core values, but it's core values in general. It doesn't have to pertain directly to family. This has pertained to your core values. What are some of the things that you are led by? What are some of the things that you may not waver? And I pause in that because your values are your values, but sometimes you may waver in them. You may not always hold true to them, but you know that something is wrong when you don't hold true to them. And I was having a discussion with my son, EJ, for those who know, yesterday, and we was talking about some things that I feel, and some of you parents may go through the same thing, and I know I went through it with my dad, so let me not put it only on my son, right? I think it's generational. In each generation, we change from what our parents thought, and we have our own values, or we think their way may be the wrong way, or the obsolete way, or why is it that way? But as I've gotten older, I'm not talking about as old as I am now. I'm talking about early 20s. A lot of the values that my father taught me showed up. Even though I didn't understand them at first, they showed up. So I'm gonna I'll give you a couple examples. The value of your own property. As a child, as a kid, as an adolescent, a teenager, my house was the house that everybody came to play basketball, to hang out, and somewhat like Jay-Z mom said, She bought him a boom box so everyone that he can be there and she know where he was at. And I believe that's part of what my dad did. He put a basketball goal. I didn't have to go to the park. Everybody came to my backyard, which was considered, quote unquote, the NBA, National Backyard Association. So everyone came there. We had a bunch of fun. I'm talking about we had tournaments people signed up for. People had waiting lists. They would come back when it was their turn to play and all kind of stuff. We had food delivered. It was crazy back in the day. Anyone from Flatbush, you can attest to this. Anyone who knows me can attest to it. I wish there was social media back then that I can pull all this up, but I got enough friends and family for receipts for that. But let me go ahead. Sorry. I was reminiscing. But my dad used to say, don't let everybody in the house. Hey, don't let your friends park in their driveway. Don't let them just leave their trash right there. Hey, I remember one time in particular, right? The ball came and hit the side of the house and broke one of the side panels on the house. He was like, hey, you use your head, man. Why don't you run and catch it before it hit the thing? I'm like, Dad, it's a ball. It hit the thing. What do you want me to do? He was like, listen, your house. When they leave, there's nothing they can say. They go home to their house, but it's your house. And I didn't really care about it. I was like, man, it's a house, man. Come on, man. What you worrying about? Another example was one of my friends came and his car was leaking oil in the driveway. And I was like, Dad, he's 16. How old was 17, 18, whatever how old he was. Car was leaking. He didn't know about it. What's the problem, man? It's a driveway. It's cement. I'm thinking about asphalt like New York City streets, but it's cement. It's a white color, has a little spot on it. He was like, you gotta clean it up. I was like, clean it up? What are you talking about? And he was like, it's yours. If you take care of what's yours, other people will value what's yours. And at that moment, I did not understand. It made me infuriated to have to clean this concrete that's poured for this reason for cars to park on, right? Gum, spit, everything you could think of was concrete going. And I cleaned it up and I got past it. But as I got older and I had my first house, I had a cousin come by and their car was leaking. We had a party or whatever it was. And I came out to walk them out. And they pull out the driveway and they pull off. I'm looking at my driveway. I'm like, what is this? And I'm furious, right? Yeah, I'm paying for this house and driveway look good. I got this spot in the middle of the driveway. I'm like, they should have known that this car was leaking oil. What the heck is going on? I got out in the middle of the night, pull out the not pressure washer back then, but it's the hose with the pressure nozzle on it. Put down bleach and Ajax, whatever it was, the green stuff. For those who own homes, you know what the green stuff is. Put all this down. I'm scrubbing the driveway to get this spot up before it sunk in to the concrete. Now that's a little bit of story time included in this, but it was the value that my father put in me of what's yours. And I didn't understand it. Like I said, I didn't understand it as a child. I didn't understand how important it was to take care of your stuff. I didn't understand how the value of your house, if you show the value, other people will see it. Or not even, you don't want them to see it. It will show through you. And it's not only material things, right? The value of doing things for people. Let's start with value of doing things for people. Your core values. Picking somebody up in the morning for church. He felt it was important on the way to church in the morning to pick somebody up and take them to church. He said no matter who needed a ride, he'll pick them up and take them to church. I said, Dad, we're going to be late. Dad, why are we doing this? He said, listen, all you're doing is paying it forward. All you're doing is paying it forward. Somebody picked us up when we was down south, when we had to go to church, when we had no car or had that long walk. He said, it's part of who I am. And it's part of who you're going to be. It's part of your values. If I instill in you now, you wouldn't feel that it's something wrong with doing something for someone else. So I try to instill this in my kids, first starting with EJ, second starting with Kiana. These small core values. It's hard. It's hard when you're a parent and your child may not see it up front, and you're working with them or you're telling them what they got to do, and you hate to have to be the one to tell them what they have to do. You want them to get it. So for all you parents who are going through it with your kids and trying to instill these core values, and everybody know the other core value: lying, stealing, cheating, all those other core values that are set. But I'm talking about the core values that are not set by anyone else. The core values that really show who you are. That say you stand out. The core value of you being a good friend. The core value of you being a good, just good stewards in general. Doing the right thing by people, I think, is a great core value. This is my therapy. Like I said, I had a long discussion with my son yesterday, and we were talking about some things that I feel that are core values that at this point in his life he doesn't get. So, and I want to make sure I see it for what it is, and he's not a bad person or kid, because I had the same problems or same conversations with my dad. So this is your boy Cousin Ed, 762-333-2032, 762-333-2032. Excuse the raspiness of my voice. It's early in the morning. Also, I love doing these shows for you, and it allows me to have therapy with you. So I appreciate each and every one of you. Hey, listen, I'm calling each of you out. Go to cousinedscorner.com. Across the top of the page, go leave voicemail. Leave me a voicemail. Tell me about some of your core values. Leave a message. I'll play them on the show. Some of your core values you try to teach your kids. Some core values that you was taught as a kid. Maybe a core value was, hey, listen, you never leave your kitchen dirty. I don't know. I just thought of that because my mom was that way. Listen, before you go to bed, you go in there and clean that kitchen. And are these rules or these values? Another conversation, rules and values. 762-333-2032, 762-333-2032. Your boy Cousin Ed, cousinedscorner.com. I love each and every one of y'all. I'm out of here. Have a great week. This is your Motivational Monday. Stay motivated, stay positive, stay blessed. It's so much more I can say, so much more I can do. But I love each and every one of y'all. I'm out of here. Peace. Thank you for listening to Cousin Ed.